Hello friends and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing well, because today I won't be doing well. I'll be struggling with watercolors. So this week is Valentine's Day and I thought to draw something related to the holiday. I think I was in the mood to draw something more cute or sweet, and then I remembered last year, or was it the year before, I did a drawing of Eloise in a Valentine theme outfit, and I thought it was really cute, so I thought why not redraw her. And by the way, I'm almost done with this sketchbook, so maybe potential flip through video in the future. We'll see. Hopefully it won't take super long. So about this watercolor sketchpad by Palazzo, from what I saw, it is a Russian brand, but I couldn't find much information online. I guess it's some obscure brand. So my workplace is close to two art stores, which is very dangerous for my wallet. And last week I saw this watercolor pad, and I swear it has the most interesting texture. It was nothing I've seen or touched, rather, because I was touching on water paper. However, the surface felt kinda no, not glossy. It felt like it had some kind of a coating, which made me very suspicious about being for watercolors. The cover did say it is watercolor pad, but it was also very cheap. Again, very suspicious. But I couldn't get the texture out of my mind. I really wanted to try it, and so I grabbed it, and here we go, I'm trying it. And again, just from the looks of it, I could tell this will not soak watercolors well. It was also like 200 GSM, which is a bit thin for watercolor paper. So I did a couple of tests before I leaped into drawing. Maybe I should have tested more. And I found out the paint does not soak in very fast. So I need to load my brush with very little water and color. Otherwise it creates puddles, which results in potential cauliflower effects. I assume the coating is to blame for this. It did, however, spread without any streaks, and I could lift it very easily, maybe a bit too easy, which made me realize the big problem. It does not layer, and the whole magic of watercolors is to be able to layer them. And this paper does not like layers. Even after I would dry, the moment I apply another layer, it will immediately leave the color below. But I still thought, yeah, I can make it work somehow. You believe that dream, Danny? I did, however, notice it can do gradients, okay-ish. But because the colors really don't bloom when they come in contact with water on this paper, I have to move them a little bit, and even then they kind of prefer to sit on the surface rather than soak into the paper. It's just so weird. Why is this paper set to be for watercolor? Am I doing something wrong here? That's not how paper behaves. Now, I am nowhere near as good with watercolors. I use them on and off, but it's almost always on different papers, and they do tend to behave differently based on the paper. And I also tend to jump from medium to medium, and by the time I ease and get used to watercolors, I'm already feeling like trying something else. So I feel like I have to remember or relearn every time I pick watercolors again. Maybe I need to do like a full month of watercolors only or something. That's kind of a cool idea, actually. Anyway, meant to say, please don't look at this as a watercolor tutorial by any means, because I am doing so many no-nos here, and a lot of what I'm doing is because I'm trying to make this paper work. Like, I'm pushing the colors around so much, and that's not something you should be doing with watercolors. It's just a good watercolor paper does not behave like this. And if it was like cotton watercolor paper, I will be doing so many different brush strokes than what I'm doing here. But I bought this watercolor sketch pad and I want to use it, and I will use it. It is also part of the charm, to be honest. Sometimes I like finding ways to make something work even when it looks like a disaster at first, and I don't know if you can tell, but I'm thinking this whole time, oh boy, this is a disaster, but I will make it work. I think it's also what draws me to watercolors when I need to relax and take it easy. I know it kind of feels hypocritical saying that. It is because they're not an easy medium to control, and often it looks like a mess at first, to me anyway. But eventually the image starts coming together, and I think this just trains my brain to believe things can be messy at first and they can still work out, and it's okay if things are not completely in your control. Little by little they come together. Just like little by little, stroke by stroke, layer by layer, a picture comes together. And maybe that's why I picked such a difficult paper to work, because I knew it will be difficult, but I also wanted a challenge to see if I can make it work at the end. And I know that's not the only difficult sketchpad or sketchbook I own, but that feels like a topic for another video. Gosh, I sound like some art masochist now. Next time I have to draw on something that sparks more joy and actually works with me rather than against me. But I still feel like I can find some medium to work with this paper. Maybe inks of some kind, and definitely not something colorful or detailed. But definitely not watercolors. And definitely not line art, at least not with fine liners, because this texture is going to murder any fine liner. Probably not color pencils, because the texture is a bit too strong, unless that's your kind of thing. And for some reason it did not blend markers at all when I tried. I think it's because the alcohol markers did not soak into the paper at all. It was just really weird. That whole paper is so weird. But I will make it work. You just wait. Speaking of, can you tell how frustrated I look here? Eventually, I just realized, yeah, I cannot layer any colors without lifting them, and just one layer of color looks way too washed out, and I wanted something more intense. So eventually, got way too frustrated and grabbed my color pencils and starting going over and over the colors. I don't normally use color pencils beyond just adding finishing touches. This is because I'm very light-handed and my fingers ache very easily. I can't handle pressing anything too hard, especially pencils. My hand gets tired way too quickly. So I'm just using them here in a state of fury. I also did go over with a fine liner, just barely, without pressing too much. At least try to press as little as possible, so I won't ruin my fine liner. Even though I have so many Sakura Micron pens, they will probably last me a lifetime, even if this one gets damaged. But overall, not too bad. I did say I'll make it work, didn't I? Even though it needed a whole bunch of other tools to get to this result. But yeah, not too bad. I think I liked it a whole lot more after adding all the pencils and and some highlights with the Posca pen. Well, not too bad. Future Danny here. I did not in fact like the final results as much as I said. So I went back and layered some markers on. Oh, this one marker looks like a murder scene. I also used an ink pen for Eloise curls. It's a Pentel brush pen which was gifted to me long ago and I love it a lot. However, the tip split, and it split very long ago as well, and I couldn't fix it no matter what I tried. However, it works so wonderfully when I want to ink hair or anything like that, so it does super job. A bit better result at the end. I hope you had fun watching me struggle with this paper. I hope you got some inspiration on the way, and remember, if something doesn't work, try a different medium, or 2 or 3 or maybe 10 until it works out. Anyhow, thank you for stopping by, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye bye!